Pope Francis calls on Dominicans to be at the forefront of proclaiming the gospel. The Dominican order is celebrating a Jubilee year, 800 years since the death of the order's founder, Saint Dominic Guzman. Yesterday marked the day Saint Dominic's remains were moved to a basilica in Bologna, Italy. The Jubilee ends in January 2022. Joining us now from Rome is Father Dominik Jurczak, professor of theology at the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas, better known as the Angelicum. Father, welcome. Wonderful to see you. Tell us a little bit more about Saint Dominic and the Dominican charism.
Well, Saint Dominic was somebody who lived in 13th century, and he discovered that there are many people in the world, in the church, who need the dialogue. They need to deepen their faith and their experience of faith. So Saint Dominic, so many people who had many questions, and he tried to enter into dialogue with them. And from this experience, it has born the order of preachers, so the group of the friars, the sisters, the Dominican family, ready to go to the world and to preach and to spread the gospel all over the world. So that was the first experience and first impression of the Dominican order.
And what was the Holy Father's message to the Dominican order?
Well, the Pope Francis, he reminded one of the titles of Saint Dominic, the preacher of grace, and I find it's very important to the Dominican order and for the church, because we are called to preach the gospel, we are called to preach the grace. And the grace, it is not only the theological concept, it is not only the grace in theological terms, but grace is also the beauty. So we are called to share our experience through our intellectual work, but also through our beauty. So it's really a challenge in the world today to preach and to spread and to be the preachers of grace all over the world whenever we are in the world.
And Father, before I let you go, I'm wondering, how are you celebrating the order's Jubilee year?
Well, this Jubilee is very particular because we are in the COVID time, so we cannot gather together, we cannot be as the order in one place, so we try to celebrate in different parts of the world. So one of the most important celebrations was the beginning of the Jubilee year. It was in Bologna, where the tomb of Saint Dominic is. It was in January, and we are celebrating in our communities. So we try to share the experience of faith. We try to share and to enter into dialogue all over the world. The next celebration step will be the celebration in August. In Bologna, it will be in August 4th, at the closure of the Jubilee year in January 2022. So that's how we celebrate. But the most important is not to celebrate only at the liturgical level, but to rediscover our vocation and rediscover the call to preach the gospel. It was something beautiful in the letter of the Holy Father, Pope Francis, who asked us to go to the periferia, to go to the end of the world. It is something very Dominican. We are called really to spread our experience of faith and to spread the gospel to the end, up to the end of the world. So I think that how can we celebrate this Jubilee? We can do it only like that, doing the renewal and trying to rediscover our vocation and our call to share the gospel.
Well, Father, thank you so much for your time today and sharing all of that with us. We really appreciate it. Father Dominik Jurczak, professor of theology at the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you very much, and join us in this Jubilee of Saint Dominic.